Good evening to all. Today I welcome everyone to my YouTube channel, which is GK Millennium 20. And today we're going to discuss about smart tires. So can anybody think that tires could be smart or tire can generate power? So today we'll discuss about how the smart tires will work and how they are an expert in driving a better tomorrow. So first of all comes is the literature review. The records of population in parts per million is depicted from 2010 to 2019 around the world, which shows that with increase in the automobile industry has benefited the customer on one side, but on the other side, it has degraded the environment, which has called for a solution to reduce the pollution occurred due to the vehicle. Here is the status of 43 countries which have been described here, which tells that due to the car population increase, or you can say that the automobile industry has increased, the CO2 level among the countries have adversely affected, and there is a sign of danger. Countries like Algeria, Belgium, Russia, North America, etc. has a higher percentage of pollution which is occurring due to the automobile industry. So that's why there is a call for a project called Smart Tires, where the objectives are, first of all, to produce ample amount of energy desired from the pressure energy. Second, to utilize the waste energy incredibly fruitfully, which can bring out a huge difference in automobile industry and contribute to green sustainability. And third is to convert the pressure energy into electrical form of energy that we can give that supply to batteries and onboard devices for their effectively and continuous working. So first of all is what is a smart tires. So smart tire is a power generation system that uses piezoelectric sensors to generate power from automobile locomotion force. When the piezoelectric sensors set into the tires and run on the road with some weight, they get deep down, and as a result of that, we get an electricity that is stored into the batteries and used for other appliances. So more is the uses of the smart tires, more is the energy will be generated, which will make this method an unremitting and effective solution for the upcoming technology. So the principle which is behind the piezoelectric sensors, or you can say behind the smart tires, is the piezoelectric effect. Piezoelectric effect was basically discovered by the famous scientist Pierre Curie in 1880, where he described that there are certain materials which have an ability to generate an electric charge in response to the mechanical system. So where you can see that there is a front view and an inner view, which shows that whenever a force is being applied to a tire, so there will be a generation of a voltage which will be used to recharge the batteries. Also, this principle is being increasingly used in past and is regarded as advanced technology with an outstanding intrinsic reliability. Today, everybody takes different modes of commutation according to their ease. Some love to drive cars, some love bicycles or bikes. Youngsters usually use skates or skateboards, electric scooters, trucks and buses are also used for the commutation in today's scenario, which gives us an light and the feasibility to go for an idea of smart tires. So the technologies behind the smart tires working is, we are using a piezoelectric sensor, we are using perforated glass shield, supercapacitors are being used, which gonna store the charges and be used to recharge and charge the batteries, and for switching on the onboard devices which are settled out or which are equipped in the automobile during the drive. Super diamond layer batteries, piezoelectric transducers will be used with Arduino microcontroller, diode, resistors, and IPM PCB. Above all, we will be using AutoSAR C++ programming for the whole system execution and to get the desired results. Next is the benefits of smart tires. So there are several benefits. First, we'll talk about the durability. Then we'll talk about the cost, reliability, reduction of CO2 emission, and quality of life. Coming to the durability, the maintenance of the smart tires, if done twice a year, that means before the summers and before the winters, will definitely give a better convenience in driving for a longer duration of time, which is an asset. Reduction of cost. Reduction of cost will be there in terms of fuel consumption, in overall cost of the vehicle, and in terms of the maintenance. If I talk about the reliability, so the multiple high resolution piezoelectric sensors, whenever activates, will capture different phases and different modes of driving per second for power generation. Definitely we'll be using the piezoelectric sensors, which are a power generation mode, will help us to reduce the fuel consumption, which will automatically help to reduce the CO2 emission from the vehicles. And the last is the quality of life. So whenever we come with such type of innovative technology by smart tires will help us to improve the quality of life on the mankind as well as on the kind of nature. Now comes the cause and effect diagram. So whenever we introduce some new innovative designs or some new technology, we always go through some cause and effect diagram. So here it defines that the causes are the red boxes, and what there are their effects will describe here. So the first cause could be a method. By adding useless designs and technology can make the device expensive. If I talk about the machines, then misalignment or breakage of piezoelectric sensors can cause a collision. If I talk about men, so the expensive cost of repair or the expensive cost of maintenance may make the customer think twice for the investment because the one-time investment. Balance. Inappropriate balance of mass and load can cause problems. Materials. If maintenance is not done twice a year of smart tires, it can break and it can also cause discomfort to the tires as well on the drive mode. And also the environment. If the system is run at a greater speed, they can destroy the sensors and lead to fire. So these things are meant to be considered whenever we are making a project, and these causes and effects help us to generate an effective and an efficient solution, which we'll be discussing in the upcoming slides. Now comes the CTQ for product and the services. So customer to quality of a product is a very important aspect. Like for smart tires, if I talk about the performance, it provides customers with an effective way to drive and generate energy. If I talk about the features, charging of the batteries and contribution to the green sustainability. Reliability, capturing of different phases by multiple high resolution piezoelectric sensors is an asset. If I talk about the conformance, it will motivate the people to get their daily drives cheap. That means with less fuel consumption and be a partner in contributing to green environment. If I talk about the serviceability, so the regular charging of the piezoelectric sensors and the batteries will reduce the maintenance cost and will also reduce the overall cost of the vehicle. Now, then comes the aesthetic, that means the looks. So the piezoelectric sensors will be molded in such a way that it will be covered with a graphical color wheel, which will make it attractive and vibrating inside the tire. And last comes the durability. So the maintenance twice a year of piezoelectric sensors, that means smart tires, will be beneficial in the longer terms. So that means the CTQs of product are in a positive direction at this point of time. Next, we come to the CTQs of service. That means what are the services we're going to be getting if we implement the smart tires. So if I call about the empathy, it reduces the financial cost, which is caused by the conventional sources. If I talk about the factor of tangibility, so the IPM and the piezoelectric transducers, which are connected, will convert the mode of power generation for the batteries. If I talk about the responsiveness factor, so the smart tires, which are equipped with piezoelectric sensors, will provide a prompt response whenever they are being tapped, and they will generate their electrical energy automatically. Then comes is the assurance. So in assurance, the weight energy is generated and is made to be correctly adjusted and provided real-time working with performance of the appliances. And last is the reliability. Smart tires will sense all the modes and different types of movements, which will help for the power generation. So that means the customer quality in terms of services are also in the positive direction. Then comes the staple analysis. Staple analysis is a very important factor which has been done on the terms of social parameter, technological parameters, economics parameters, ethical parameters, legal parameters, environmental and political parameters. So let's discuss. So staple analysis gives conformance and positive implication in terms of, if I talk about social parameter, so by fulfilling the energy demands of the society, which is beneficial today. Technological parameters, by having a locomotion force and with the combination of piezoelectric sensors, helps in producing power generation. Economical parameter, if I talk about getting free pressure energy as an input. Ethical parameters, motivating people to get their daily drives with smart tires, which helps in saving not only the fuel, but also the cost. Legal parameters, all the constraints and objectives are being planned to take care that it does not violate any law in consideration to the man and the nature. Environmental parameter, it will help us to reduce the CO2 emission and degradation of the ecosystem. With political parameters, government initiatives to promote green sustainability and save to CO2 will help us to promote and to implement our project in the further future. Now comes the 4Ps. So for 4Ps, we have product. 4P stand for product, price, place, and promotion. So if I talk about my product deals in offering electrical power by smart tires, proves to be a source of power which helps in reducing degradation of environment and contributing to the green sustainability. If I talk about the prices, it aims at reducing the cost of power generation by generating through piezoelectric sensors within the tires. If I talk about the place, so the product can be used as vehicles called buses, trucks, bicycles, skateboards, and other vehicles which are used for the transportation for easier communication on the roads with tires. And last comes the promotion. So for promoting the product, we use the effective advertisements platforms like social media, e-media, e-magazines, which will attract the client towards smart tires as a new emerging technology. Now comes the SWOT analysis, which is also a very important factor and being used to check that what strength, what weaknesses, what more opportunities we get, and what is the threat to be conquered. So first comes is the strength. So the project has the power generation simply by driving the car on the road with piezoelectric sensors. It proves to be a non-conventional system and reduces the need of any fuel input appliances. Now comes is the weakness. It's only applicable for road vehicles with half tires. High initial cost will be there for the implementation as well as for the first time investment. Time to time maintenance is being required, and it's difficult sometimes to interpret the changes in the behavior of the microcontrollers or the IPM transducers, how they work. Then comes the opportunities. So for opportunities, I would say that source of great profit is there in the automotive industry among the business world. Also, it allows the people to become a core part of this renewable energy generation, and it develops we can develop a sustainable alternative across the world. But coming on the threat, explosion of batteries, temperature variations, and over temperature, and maybe due to more competitors, so low quality of market can be set up because of this project. And the last comes is the system engineering process. For system engineering process, we channelized our project and our product on the basis of societal parameters, environmental and economics. And then we recognized the problem, which was higher cost of maintenance and the vehicles with the problem of pollution and global warming, which is increasing day by day. So we had discovered some alternatives like solar, water, gasoline, and piezoelectric sensors, out of which piezoelectric sensors was considered, with which we analyzed the designs of the smart tires. We had a statistical data analysis on numerical basis with Python programming. Then we used different types of simulations like Arena, NetLogo, Vensim, and Monte Carlo to support the project. And then we had need assessment for smart tires, which we'll be discussing in the upcoming slides, with SWOT analysis and step analysis and the CTQs. And the implementations will have the results of the Python and the results of the simulations as a contribution. So now comes the need assessment. So whenever we are developing an innovative product for customers, it's very important to cater or to check for the customer needs. What is their wants and what is their demands? Second, to recognize the changes in demand and what new is required. Third comes is the customer willingness to pay. And the last is the benefit cost analysis, which is a one-time investment. So with this, we start the simulation modeling and statistical data analysis on smart tires, where we will be covering the agent-based simulation, discrete event simulation, system dynamic simulation, Monte Carlo simulation, and statistical data analysis with principal component analysis and machine learning algorithm with the help of Python coding. First comes is the agent-based simulation. So in the agent-based simulation, as you can see in the diagram, where green color depicts the force, the red color depicts the piezoelectric sensors, and the violet color depicts the charge density. So as the load is increased, definitely the force will be increased. And with increase in the force, the number of piezoelectric sensor activation count will also increase. And as a result of this, we'll get a more charge density. So starting from the first diagram, where you can see that with the start, the force is high, but the sensors count is less and the charge density is less. But as we increase the force, the piezoelectric sensor count and the charge intensity has increased. And as a result, by randomly changing the values at the last, when we kept the full load, we can see that the count of the piezoelectric sensors has been increased, and that has given a lot of charge density, so to overcome the balance and let the vehicle to drive and to move on the eco mode. So by increasing the activation count of piezoelectric sensors and charge density, as a result, we were able to control the increased amount of force, which seems to be an opportunity for the successful working of smart tires. So you can see it in the diagram also, by increasing the load from 100 to 200 and then to 250, and by side increasing the piezoelectric sensor energy charges from 6.5 to 8.5 as a value, we have increased and as well as increasing the pressure, we have got a large amount of charge density. So I can say that both charge density and piezoelectric sensors play equal role in smart tires for power generation. Second comes is the discrete event simulation, in which we have made a process map. Let's discuss how this process map works. So as the passenger comes to drive, so if the car moves at the normal mode, so it will proceed the further actions. But if the car doesn't move at the normal mode, the customer will stop to check. Then the supply will be sent. Then the customer will decide about the supply, whether the supply is being able to be generated through piezoelectric sensors. So if the power generation is generated through piezoelectric sensors, definitely will proceed to the supercapacitors and diode with the supply. But if the piezoelectric sensors or the eco mode under which this working is going on is not working, so the car will automatically move to the normal mode. And as a result of this, if the supercapacitors, and if I talk about the diodes, Schottky and Zener diodes, if they are working properly, they will help us to charge the batteries and will help us the vehicle to move. But if they are not working properly, so they will come back to the normal mode. On this basis, we have done 10 times of we have replicated the data for 10 times, and with that we have came to a result where we have seen that 50 passengers have drive 50 cars in 10 days. And out of that 50 cars, if I talk about eco drive, that means the piezoelectric sensors mode, that means a smart tire was used to drive these vehicles. So out of 50, 40 times the smart tires proved successful, out of which 6 times the normal mode being used. And as a result, 4 times the situation was there where the vehicle was not moved. So he had to stop to check what is the internal issue. Coming to this, we have increased the count from 40 to 42 the next day, then it to 44, 45, 38, 42. So this means that the consumptions of the smart tires and the concept of smart tires have been successfully proved here with the discrete based simulation through Arena software. And we were able to increase the eco drive mode in comparison to the normal drive mode, as well as in comparison to the stop to check scenario. So in this 10 diagrams, or 10, I would say, histograms and scatter plots, you can see that the green signifies the smart tires eco drive. The blue signifies the normal mode where there is a fuel consumption, and at this point of time, the piezoelectric sensors are not working. And red considers as the vehicle when the vehicle is not being moved. That means there could be an internal problem from the starting. So we were able to capture that the eco mode has been used very effectively and efficiently in all the 10 graphs. With this, we have a scatter plot in which shows the combination. The first scatter plot shows the combination of the IPM, that means the intelligent power modulator, with the piezoelectric sensor. That means whenever we press the eco mode for the piezoelectric sensors activation, the IPM is being used there. And as a result, with activation of the IPM, the piezoelectric sensors are working simultaneously. And on the other scatter plot, we have shown that the eco mode have increasingly used and has been proved as an advantageous in comparison to the normal mode, that is in red, and in the yellow, which is a scenario where the vehicle is being stopped, where the vehicle has been not moved, and there is a scenario to stop to check. Third comes is the system dynamic simulation. So this approach is basically applied for the dynamic issues which are arising due to in a complicated social and economic system. So here we can see that the input values, as we change with the input values, how the output values will change. So that means we change the piezoelectric sensor activation and discharge, how the charge density population will be affected. So here comes the scenario where we have replicated the data for the 5 times. So we have started replicating the input, that is the sensor activation working fraction. With this, we have seen that with the increase in the piezoelectric sensors count, we have increased in the charge density population. Secondly, then we again increase the piezoelectric sensors and we have an increase in the charge density. That means the more is the count of the piezoelectric sensors, the more is the charge density. The more there is a decrease in the sensor deactivation proportionality constant, definitely the charge burst proportionality constant will also decrease. So that means here we can conclude that the piezoelectric sensors are the inputs and charge density are the output, and the output is dependent on the working of the inputs. If I talk about the last simulation, that is the Monte Carlo simulation, where we have used a 6 inputs. That means passengers ready to drive, eco mode usage, piezoelectric sensor working count, supply count to IPM, supercapacitor diode working, and the eco drive mode. So let's start with the data set we have generated. So in this data set, you can easily see that with increase in the eco mode usage, there has been an increase in the eco drive. That means it is a very benefited project, I would say that, because we are on a positive impact and we are on the positive implications of the project. Then comes is the piezoelectric sensor working. So with the piezoelectric sensor working increase, the eco mode has definitely increased. So that means whenever we are pressing the eco mode or we are selecting the eco mode, definitely the piezoelectric sensors will start at the activation state and will start capturing the different modes and different speeds which will be used to drive the vehicle at that point of time. With this, the battery charge count has also been increased with the charging of the supercapacitors, even the working of the diode and the battery charging counts with eco drive. And the last comes is the result, which shows that if I talk about in the color orange, there has been an increase in the eco drive mode, then in comparison to the normal drive mode and to the scenario of stop to check. Last comes is the statistical analysis. So, that means the principal component analysis, where we have used a numerical data set to come up with some outcomes with principal component analysis. The first come is the box plot, which shows that variables like charge density, pressure, piezoelectric sensor current, piezoelectric sensor voltage, and power outputs are little skewed on the positive directions, but the load and the force have remained constant. That means as the results are being desired, we got the same outcomes. Then we came up with a correlation matrix, which shows that piezoelectric current and the power output has a positive correlation with the value of 0.67. Also, the force and the pressure has a positive correlation with a value of second highest positive value with 0.52. But there is a negatively correlated value between load and the pressure with minus 0.01. Then comes is the pair plot, where we can see that every variable has a relationship with each other. That means with increase in the load, definitely there will be an increase in the output, and with decrease in the load, there will be a decrease in the output. And similarly goes for the force, charge density, pressure, piezoelectric current sensor, as well as piezoelectric sensor voltage. And the last comes is the biplot, which makes us show that the force, if I talk about the force, it has the larger magnitude, and the pressure has a negative but a lower magnitude, which tells us that yes, force and load are being, if the load is being increased, definitely there will be increase in the force, and if the load is being decreased, there will definitely be decrease in the increase in the force, which will automatically affect the output in terms of piezoelectric sensor voltage and current which will be used to generate the power. Then we did machine learning algorithm, from where we got a lot of things to know. The first is the logistic regression, where we have trained our system on the base with two parameters, that is charge density and power output voltage. So on the training basis, when we were coding it, we make sure that the charge density should be dependent, the power output voltage should depend on the charge density. That means with increase in the charge density, there should be an increase in the power output voltage. And as we run the test results, we got the same output, where you can see that in yellow is the charge density and green is the power output voltage. That means with increase in the charge density, there is an increase in the power output voltage. And the last comes is the confusion matrix, where we complied some values and we got that the project has an accuracy of 49.2%. That means the feasibility of the project is near about to 50%. That means we can run this project. And if I talk about the precision one, so we have a precision of 37.5%. That also means that at some point of time, we'll get the desired results we required. So basically, if I conclude both the simulation part and the data analysis part, so we got a conclusions on this, and that conclusions are: with discrete event simulation by Arena software, it helps us to frame new processes for the working of the smart tires and testing made to achieve the desired outcomes. With the agent-based simulation, where we saw a by net logo, clarify that with increase in the piezoelectric sensors and increase in the charge density, we can easily balance the load and the force, which will increase when the smart tires will run. And with the system dynamic simulation by Winsome, we experienced that with the increase and decrease in the input parameter, as the piezoelectric sensors, there will be a favorable outcome in terms of charge density population. And the last was the Monte Carlo simulation by Microsoft Excel we used, where we saw eco mode, piezoelectric sensors, supercapacitor chargings, eco drives efficiency, which increases with increase in the smart tires and increase in the piezoelectric sensors. And last, with the if I talk about the Python one, so with the Python, we could conclude that we came to know the effective layout of power generation in running automobiles by piezoelectric sensors. Second, we used PCA and machine learning algorithm, where we learned that the key concepts, and we observed different relationship between the different variables, and all the graphs and the plots have lead to a higher accuracy. So the applications of the smart tires will be among the cars, bikes. We can easily implement this project among the skateboards, to the electrical scooters. So by these means, we can definitely come to a greater and unremitting method of power generation. And it could also help us to reduce the degradation of the ecosystem and come up with a green environment. So as a conclusion, I would say that the Smart Tires project is being used and being projected here to determine the working and efficiency of piezoelectric sensors over existing normal techniques. Projects aims at developing a unique source of power generation which could cater the needs of the people in effective and efficient way in the modern world of technology. And thirdly and lastly, it is a proficient energy generation, which is a prerequisite for maintaining a safe and a green environment. So basically, the most main content is we should stop, or we should reduce the spending technology, and we should focus that how a spending technology could be reduced and could be amended to a safer technology in terms of savings of the cost and in terms of the savings of the environment. So these are the references which have been used to make this PowerPoint presentation and to make this project. So you can go on these references and you can get the informations. Thank you everyone for your attention, and do like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is GK Millennium 20. See you next time with a new project and a new video. Bye bye.